Welcome to Noobs to Foodies. I'm Trevor.
And my name's Amelia, as returning people know. And we are yet again making some delicious food. Now, this is a healthy meal. We're not always going to do junk food. We only ever eat junk food, that kind of junky stuff you saw last video, once a week. And anywhere from 3 to 5 times in a 4-month period, we eat out. But most of the time, this is a typical meal for us. You asked for steak, you got steak. No, we didn't do it because you asked. We did it because we already planned to have steak. How convenient. Also, oh, you want some noodles? We plan to have noodles too. It's no yolk noodles. These are, they're low fat and they're low sodium. And they're low calories. I'm on a low salt diet. Don't know if I said that last time we filmed, but I am because I have heart issues. And this is only 25 sodium for every 2 cups, which is really good if you're not aware. He is not having to be on the diet, but he is trying to be for health.
I mostly follow just to make it easier for her.
That plus it's for health as well, right?
Yeah.
This is a bag of herbs. Yes, we don't have jars for most of our herbs. We don't have space for that. If we ever get a house in the future, if that ever happens, then we'll definitely have jars. But when did we get one of those spinny things? Sorry, I'm making so much noise. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Who likes crinkly packaging? Not me, that's for sure.
Alright, so let's get to our main attraction of the entire thing here.
We have steak. If our camera automatically just randomly shuts off, our battery's low.
I know right off the bat that we are going to need less than half of this.
Yeah, probably a third or a fourth
piece.
Probably only going to need about a third or a fourth. Wondering why he's shaking his head, he probably has hair on it. There's hair everywhere in this apartment. We do have 2 cats. We do have a dog, but hyperallergenic, meaning non-shedding. For anyone who remembers Lester, there he is. He's completely fine, and that's Renee, and Eric's not in the room. So he's just going to cut
Eric is coming into the room.
Huh. And there is Eric, for anyone who remembers them. Siberian for Renee, Bombay for Eric, and anyone who's asking, who might ask, schnoodle, half schnauzer, half poodle for the dog. Now, on to the sauce. I rarely start with oil or water. I usually start with dry, and I sometimes only do dry. You can get fluffy and you can get non-stick without using oil. Non-stick and fluffy both happen with water. Now, yes, it will become a little gummier, usually if you do water instead of like an oil or cream. But if you're okay with slightly gummy things, then there you go. So, all you're going to need is a half a teaspoon and a fourth a teaspoon for your measuring stuff. I'm just going to make this up on the spot so you can see how I normally do sauces. Now, somebody else mentioned lemon pepper. Convenient for you. I'm not going to put lemon and pepper, but I have a lemon pepper herb in here.
We actually use it quite a bit, to be honest.
Yeah, we really like it. Let's see. While I'm looking for it, I'll take out basil. I use that quite often. Paprika. I like that quite a bit. Dehydrated minced onion. Oh, whoa. Sorry, I hit the camera there. Which I almost dropped this. Clumsy me. Which I find to be, the minced onion I find to be a little bit more mild than powder. Don't know why I do, but I do. And here's our lemon pepper. This was a fourth. I remember that much. This was, I believe, half a teaspoon. This was half a teaspoon. This was half a teaspoon. And this was a fourth. So there you go. I did remember. So that's how much of everything you're going to want. Now, if you want it more saucy, you could add oil. If you want it more of that kind of like dressing texture. Or consistency, I should say. But I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it when I add it to the meat, is what I'm going to add it to. And pasta, because they're all going to get mixed together. Actually, everything's going to get mixed together, but I'm going to add it to the meat, pasta, and everything. But with just a little water, just so things don't burn. But we're probably going to use no oil. Because you can use just a little bit of water in place of oil. Just use like a tablespoon at a time of water, and once it's pretty much evaporated, add another tablespoon if you need to keep cooking things, especially meat. Unless you're using not very lean meat, like a very non-lean hamburger, then you should be completely fine. It should have its own juices.
Alright.
So we are now going to use the no yolk pasta. He's going to pour it into the measuring cup and then show you how much that is. Over here is our veggies, by the way, which is really hot. I'm just going to use this to show you. We've got baby carrots. Now this is all frozen stuff. This is not anything fresh. We like the flavor frozen. You could use fresh versions. So I can talk. And then we have yellow and green beans that we cut up into pieces. But you could use fresh if you really want to. Now, the brand of that pasta, in case anybody wants to get it, no yolk. It's going to do 2 cups. There's about 2 cups. That's about 310 calories. And we'll be back once things are almost done. We are almost done with the steak. The pasta's over there in the big pot boiling. I'm about to add the sauce that we just made. I have added 3 to 4 tablespoons of water so far. I've only let the first 2 evaporate. The other 2 are still there. Just because the way I had it was at level 5, which I was at level 2 for a minute just to cool everything down. It's back up to level 4. And it was getting a little dark. Since it was at that level, it was getting a little bit dark and cooking a little quick. So I figured it needed a bit more water. He's stirring the pasta. The reason you want to stir the pasta, and not all pastas need it, but a lot of pastas benefit from you stirring while it's cooking. And the reason you do that like once or twice during the cooking period, especially for something that takes 13 minutes, which that does take 13 minutes to cook, is it helps it not stick together. And we don't add salt to the water. You don't need it unless you really want it, but we don't because, like I said, I'm on a low salt diet. So I'm just going to add all of the sauce. Now, don't be alarmed that it's a lot of sauce. We're going to add all the pasta and all the veggies to this as well.
Yeah.
It's only 1 or 2 tablespoons of water in this that I had.
Alright.
So that's the ratio of water to all the herbs.
Are we good to throw this in?
I grabbed a dirty spoon. It's right here. You're all thinking, yelling at the camera, it's in the frying pan. Go ahead. Now, there was a bit of water in with the veggies.
You just want to get the rest of that.
In with the veggies, which will also help everything here not burn. Now, these veggies were microwaved. They were already cooked. You don't need to worry about that. We are just helping them get a bit of a browning, a little bit of a fried kind of flavor. Get the sauce all over them. It's just an easy way to combine everything. But what we're going to do is once this is done and the pasta's almost done, we'll strain the pasta, add this to the pot, because that's going to be much easier to stir. We'll be back once the pasta's done and we've combined everything in the pot.
Alright, so we just have our pasta finished. We just strained it.
We do not rinse our pasta. Go ahead.
Gonna just put that back
Now,
in
the
there
heat is
now.
on, but we put it on like a low/low high. So we put it on a 2. He's going to do that while I tell you a little something fun. We were gifted a... Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it so
I'm
that
trying to
I
make it
wasn't
easy.
block the camera.
We have been gifted at Christmas by my cousin a soda stream. So we have 3 of the bottles. We have 2 of these small bottles. Don't know if you can see that, my hands are right in the way. 2 of these small bottles, and we have 1 larger one. And we also have lots of flavorings like country
Country
thyme
Time lemonade.
and Mio and that kind of stuff. And this is a strawberry. That's his.
Crush brand.
Crushed strawberry. And mine is Country Time lemonade. A generic, I think it's a generic Mio or a generic PC brand, one or the other.
Anyhow.
Pomegranate. And then I have also a syrup, which is in a big bottle from Walmart. That is a raspberry. That's
Alright, this
raspberry lemonade.
seems
Now,
like
we're
it's
gonna add a bit
little
more.
dry.
Yeah, I heard that. We're gonna add a little bit more water. Now, the way that you can tell without looking that something is dry, we're gonna need about 3 tablespoons. So the way that you can tell that something's dry without looking in a pan, for instance, just as a little tip, is if you take a wooden spoon, it might work with silicone, but it works better with wooden or metal. But don't use metal against nonstick. So take a wooden spoon.
So 3 tablespoons. There you go. There's that.
Alright, so take a wooden spoon, and if you drag it against the bottom and you don't hear anything, like right now you hear very little, it's very quiet, that means there's enough moisture, just enough moisture. But if you're hearing like, kind of like this, that noise, that's more of a it's too dry kind of noise. Just so you're aware. So, I forgot to add actual just plain pepper to this, which is crazy since I love pepper. There was pepper in the lemon pepper, but it's a very low amount of pepper. So I'm going to add some more. So I'm just going to add a tiny little amount. I'll pour it into my hand just so you can visualize it. So there, literally just like a big pinch. Now, I'm only adding that much because Trevor isn't huge into pepper. He likes it, but he doesn't love it. Usually at the end of cooking with him, which that's my partner, by the way, the other person who sees the video, if you weren't paying attention to the beginning of it, if you just walked into the video, usually I will sprinkle more on my own plate, though, because I love pepper. And seeing as how I can't have salt, more pepper. Also, pepper's good for you, by the way. And, oh dear, lots of it's on the back of the spoon. Alright, just going to mix that around. Now, what we did is, I added, for the water that I added to the meat, and the way that I made it kind of creamy, but not too wet, was that I added 2 tablespoons, let it evaporate, 2 tablespoons, do not let it evaporate, another tablespoon plus your herbs, or a tablespoon of oil plus herbs, either way. Let that evaporate, or wait until all the oil is absorbed, whichever way you're doing it. And then add another, I'm going to say 2 to 3 at the end. Let it almost completely evaporate and then mix everything together or serve. So now we're going to serve and we'll be back once everything is on our plates. Alright, we're about to try. Here is our glorious meal, which you would have seen if you followed us on Instagram, which we have a link down below. I don't normally do that, that sounded weird coming out of my mouth. We also have a Twitter, just so you're aware. And if you want us to have a website or any kind of blog so you can see, like, written out these recipes, please let us know. We'll only do it if you want it. And also if Trevor's okay with it, because I just thought of it on the spot.
Yeah, I mean, even as far as that goes, we could write down, description, something. Just let us know in the comments how you
Yeah, do you want
to
in the description, do you want timestamps, or would you like a whole entire, like, blog with it all written out in one area in the blog, and you don't have to go to our description. It's all right there with a picture. I'm going to try it. Don't know why I picked up specifically a carrot. Okay, that was random. I was just doing it because I was talking. Was not paying attention. So.
Alright.
Let me get all that. Get a piece of carrot. That's it. Whoa, that's too big a piece of carrot. Come on, carrot. Carrot's being a pain. Oh, by the way, this is a Coors Light cup. You can't really see it because I faced it away, but it is, if you can tell. Not sponsored. Not sponsored. You would see a little paid promotion thing in the corner if it was.
Alright.
None of this is sponsored. All of this we bought with our own money. Here we go. Oh, by the way, that noise in the background, Trevor's going to go deal with it. It's a cat in the litter, but they're scratching the wall. So he's going to go deal with that while I taste it. I know what you're all thinking. Just do it already. Eat the food. Get on with it. If any of you might Python. Alright. Very good. I will say our junk food meal was a little tastier because cheese is amazing, but this is really good. Oh, also, I just had a thought. Would you like us to start scoring things out of 10? Because we can if you want us to. Because I just thought this was a 7 out of 10.
Get a little bit of everything here. Just gonna place that there. Alright.
Okay.
Almost dropped a little bit.
Maybe more like a 8 because I can't stop eating it. Then again, I'm also hungry.
Oh my. That is really tasty.
I think the steak got caught in his teeth, if that's what you're wondering what he's doing. It's, steak is good chewy. Also, for anyone who's going to comment, because I'm sure somebody's going to say it. Oh no, how dare you? Yes, it's a plastic straw. Okay, go ahead and comment several times that I'm not using a paper or metal straw. Everybody is entitled to do what they like, and I'm completely sorry, and this is going to piss off a lot of you, I'm sure, but I just do not care enough to use a metal or paper straw. And paper straws suck. They have weird textures. They disintegrate. They're gross. I would use metal straws. We just don't happen to have them. We bought plastic ones like 2019, and we have a big container of them. So I'm just going through them. Maybe we'll buy metal ones in the future. If you want to give us reasons why metal ones are better to have, and affordable ideas, like things we can buy on Amazon, you can tell us in the comments below. If you do put a link specifically, though, it might not show up. So don't put a link. Just put the name of the product, and we can check on Amazon. But it has to be Amazon.ca, because if some of you aren't aware, we do live in Canada. So, yes. Now, let us know if you're going to do this, what you want to see next video. Like, share, subscribe.
And also, if you do this, make sure to follow us on Instagram or Twitter.
As we said before, they're in the description.
If you make this, you know, you can even tag us on those platforms.
Yep, and we will check them. And if enough of you in the future start doing that, we might have videos every once in a while showcasing some of that. Or at the end of videos, we might. Also, I'm not gonna do very much of it in this video, although you might see one or two, but not very much. If you want to see any bloopers, please let us know. There will be one or two at the end of this, but that's it. If you want to see more, if we happen to have them, which we don't always have bloopers, we can put them at the end. Alright, I think I'm done spieling and yapping my butt off.
Alright, so until next time, thank you for joining us on Noobs to Foodies, and I really hope that you join us next time.
Yes. Again, like, share, subscribe. Subscribers are kind of wonky right now for who's going to stay subscribed, just so you're aware. And I almost said toodaloo. My bad. Goodbye.
Alright, goodbye. Welcome to, oh my god, why can't I get this right? Okay.
It's okay. I can just edit it out.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Welcome to Welcome to...
Noobs.